It'll be broadcasting now. I need to copy and paste the thing into where's my thing? Where is it? Server announcements. It should be. Yeah, here we are.
Going? Are we going? We are going. Okay.
We are going.
Let me get the chat window up. Let me connect to the server. And yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
Am I a plant?
Yeah, you're a plant. We're both
Plant.
both
Okay.
got peas. Both
That's,
on, you know.
I mean,
you know me on the pea shooter.
I love being a little plant. It's actually one of my favorite activities.
Me and
No.
Zog once.
Little pea-pilled plant cell, you know, if you catch my drift.
Yeah. That's just me, yeah. Nonchalant plant head.
What is this map? Dear God. Yeah, okay, yeah, people are coming in already. Let me open the chat window. Hey chat. Hi everybody.
Hi chat, how we doing?
Finally unmuted and we get a major update. Now, don't hold your horses there.
Yeah. All horses must be competitively held. Because we will
Absolutely.
get to the bloods and the cribs of the matter soon, I am sure.
Heard about like, what was the name of that? Protest racing
Sorry, say again?
on Twitter?
What?
You know, there's like little horse races on Twitter.
Oh, I saw something about that. I'm gonna be honest with you, not a clue.
Yeah, okay. It's a long story. I just
It's not something I know
mind.
anything about. But I do know it exists. I hope that helps.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed does. It indeed does.
We'll wait for the server to fill up.
Once again, hi everybody. Yeah, today we're gonna be talking about the thing that happened. You know,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
event,
You
the incident.
you guys know the thing, surely? You guys are aware of what.
Especially if you watched my video.
Yeah, at youtube.com/@squiddyg.
Yeah, youtube.com/@squiddyg. You can find the video right there.
We'll give it about maybe 3 minutes. Wait for people to warm up.
Yeah. Or
Just-
so.
Because the last stream we had a lot to discuss. We had a lot of viewers. So yeah, we'll give it a minute. This map. Are you familiar with this map?
Absolutely not. The name was giving me some CS:GO vibes, sort of. It actually
So where are you?
kind of reminds
Come
me.
to the point. I'll reset the
At
map.
the
a bit.
point.
Is that you?
That is me.
Oh yeah, look here. So whoever is losing, this spawn door opens for them, so they have a shortcut. But when they start to win, it closes, and then you have to go the long way around.
Right, I see. So it's kind of slightly interactive. Yeah. So. Okay. That's interesting.
I guess we fight on now.
Oh, we could try. Fun.
Got him.
There you go. Oh heck, I was about to say something, but I forgot. Hee hee.
Oops, can't help being a Capri Sun.
What is this? Where is this door? Oh, here it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. I see the glaring issue.
Are you
Okay.
aware of the problems? But yeah,
I'm very
so
much aware of the
now
problems.
red have to go the long way around, but blue you can go the sneaky way.
Yeah, but if you know you're already on point.
Yeah. So hello
it
everybody.
feels a little redundant.
Everyone, I hope you are doing
Hey,
well.
everybody, yeah.
We've got 15 people currently. I guess we'll start to discuss things. So,
That's a lot of people.
greetings, Mr. Quidor. Holler me if you need something. Yeah, thank you, Chris. Chris is like he is my admin. He's also my dad, and he's also my Holy Spirit. And-
So you've got two dads now.
Yeah, and he's also my lawyer. And
Oh,
he's
man,
also
that-
the provider of this server, because he works for Black Wonder. And this server is completely free because of it. So thank you, Black Wonder, for providing us with a free 2 servers. Actually, we have one in the US now as well.
Oh lord.
Anyway, so yes, let's start to discuss things. So, some free-to-play accounts have been unmuted. This happened last night, and well, I guess the first question I have to ask you, Zob, is, and I'm sorry I didn't write this one down. Were you expecting this? Were you expecting our efforts to pay off, or did this come as like a genuine shock to you?
Oh, the very moment I got a notification on I got a notification on Discord that, you know, something's going on. Initially, it was like, yeah, right, you're just joking. But when it did happen, it just kind of hit me like, oh, we actually got this through. We actually got this going. And to be fair, no, absolutely not. I was absolutely not expecting this. I was just, you know, I had a positive mindset when organizing the protest, the movement, and helping out. But otherwise, you know, the status quo is that, you know, Valve just doesn't give a shit. That's all.
Yeah, it's in character for them not to give a damn about their, you know, consumers or fans, whatever it might be. But this came as a surprise to me. It really did. You know, I wasn't in a position to report on the news and make a video because I was I was chatting with the wife. So this news came as like major shock to me. But you know, I'm happy it came. It is. It's.
Well,
yeah. Sorry, go on.
Were you there? Were you there? Essentially, when, you know, when it started around that would be 8:40 p.m. You know, 8:40 p.m. London time. When the just, you know, message just showed up that, you know, something's going on, that an update came out.
I wasn't. No, I think I actually found out about it because of your. You sent a message in your server about it, didn't you?
Yep.
I think that was how I found out.
Hold on. To give you a clear timeline, 8:40 p.m. London time. First news kind of like, you know, pop up that something's going on, and then all of a sudden, some people claim to actually be unmuted. Another thing is, some people claim to be not unmuted. You know, now there's giant confusion on whether, you know, this update is actually related to the whole unmute F2P'S thing, or is it connected to something completely else? So, you know, we're checking the very update page when they muted F2P'S, and we're trying to just like figure out, deduct whether it's, you know, the language that they used is similar in the current update.
Yeah.
And yes, it is. So it would only make sense that, you know, it's all connected really, and Valve is taking steps to unmute the F2P'S. So yeah, and it took about 2 hours to figure it out.
Yeah. So I, you know, chat, because we like to drop names here. Me and Zob joined a call in the Unmute free-to-play Discord server with Wheezy. He showed up, and that was nice. And there was, yeah, as Zob was saying, a big talk over what exactly lifted some restrictions on some accounts' communication meant. And well, yeah, as you said, we ultimately concluded good. Now, I was not in a position to make a video. I was telling Zob earlier I wasn't able to make a video on this at the time, which is why we're streaming today and discussing it, because we do actually have some of the information. We do know some of the criteria that means some accounts have been unmuted, because it is fair to say not every account has been unmuted. In fact, the majority of free-to-play accounts, I think, have not been unmuted. And it's worth discussing why. When are they adding Gordon Freeman to the game? You know what, son? Believe hard
Eventually.
enough. Yeah, they just might. So
But the beta is very unclear, isn't it?
yeah.
Put it simply.
Yeah, it is lifted some restrictions, and then not specifying what restrictions have been lifted on what kinds of accounts is tedious. Right, he's up. Come here, boy.
Oh no, not this again. Oh no.
Come here, boy.
Oh no, I'm already dead. Yeah.
Oh!
Should have activated.
Oh wait, no,
your
that wasn't
safety
you.
grab
That was
point,
critical. Sorry, I thought I saw a huntsman. I thought it was you.
Nah, I'm playing something else now.
So, I'm going to read to everyone what we understand about this update. So, these are the conditions you needed before this update went live in order to be unmuted. From what we've seen, I'm just going to quote Takami here. From what we've seen from players is that it seems to rely on Steam's trust factor system to determine whether a free-to-play is eligible to talk again. Trust factor relies on a various number of things, including whether or not you have an unlocked Steam account, so, you know, whether you've spent £5 on it, for example, at some point, or whether you have two-factor authenticator. So, this doesn't mean enabling two-factor authentication or depositing money will immediately allow you to talk again, but it seems that anyone who did either of those two things before this update went live can now chat. So, in layman's translation, if you had the Steam app on your phone and you had the two-factor authenticator system installed, you should be able to talk again. Now, Zob, do you think that's way too specific of a thing to start with, or do you think these baby steps are necessary, or do you think they should have just unmuted everyone to begin with?
First of all, I am very much not, as stated in a previous stream, I am not a tech guy.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, especially not, you know, security, development security or anything like that. So, I really know where's the ass about it. However, you know, given the fact that Valve took this step, it seems that it was necessary, at least to some degree. Another thing is, there was an incident on Zesty Jesus' stream yesterday.
I didn't see.
Essentially, right after the update dropped, Zesty started streaming, and one of his viewers made a donation with a message that they essentially verified their email, their phone number. They were unmuted without spending a cent on TF2.
Okay.
So apparently that is one of the conditions that is necessary in order to regain text and voice chat privileges. Instead of that, trust factor could be at hand. However, it is a good question, you know, on how it works, because it's all essentially under, you know, it's all pretty secretive.
Yeah, secretive. Yeah.
So how do we even deduct that this is used in the first place is a good question. But given the fact that Valve already uses this in CS2, and it seems to work better in TF2 than CS2 somehow, ironically enough, then maybe it's being used. Couldn't tell you. Got it.
Oh yeah, there are cars on this map, and they run around, and I quite like this map a lot, actually.
Is it too much? Is this too much? Honestly, a good question, but this was I remember verification of players in TF2 was one of the things that was thrown around during Fix TF2. If you wanna, you know, actually play on casual servers, you should, you know, verify your identity so that, you know, your account can be linked only to you, and once you're caught cheating, you're just gone for good.
Yeah.
So, possibly.
Okay. Yeah, someone asked in the chat, is this real? So, yeah, some accounts have been unmuted, as we were saying. It's not all about... what's the map called? This map is called Oil Change. It's King of the Hill, and there are cars driving around the thing. Cars hit you, you die. It's kind of cool. Yes, not yesterday. Sorry, last time I was streaming, we managed to get well, like we actually filled up the server. It was 32 versus 32. It took us a while though. And I don't know if we'll get those kinds of numbers today. If we start to dwindle around these numbers for a while, we'll probably head over to casual. But I like these maps, and I want to show you some of them. Got you.
I got dummy.
So yeah, overall, some accounts have been unmuted. Now, I personally think these specific restrictions are maybe a bit too... I understand why Valve would want to start light. You know, so like, okay, you have to have two-factor, or you gotta have this. You know, I understand why they wouldn't just want to unmute everyone to begin with, and I think that's the safer choice. But I do think these current restrictions are maybe just a bit too strict. The way I would have done this is, if your Steam account is older than, say, 30 days, or maybe if you played a set number of TF2 games, then I would have unmuted the accounts. But I appreciate them starting small, and that leads into my next questions of, do you reckon this is a good sign to come, or do you literally think that's it and they're not going to unmute anymore? Where do you reckon things go from here?
With all due respect to pretty much the entirety of the TF2 community, you have to be insane to expect consistency from Valve.
Yep.
So I'm thinking, no, they're gonna do essentially whatever they feel like, and we're gonna be the unfortunate victims of, you know, whatever changes they decide to entail.
Yeah.
How it will go is pretty much impossible for us to... How do I put this?
Hold up, they
foresee, let's see.
Hold up, they unmuted free-to-plays. Yeah, we were just saying, Marks, they unmuted some free-to-plays. Not all of them.
Some free-to-plays. Not all of them. However, it seems to be like... what's a little concerning is that I haven't seen too many F2P'S talking about the fact that they got unmuted. As if either they weren't aware of the fact, or they haven't been unmuted. Which is also a little concerning.
I think the probable answer is, I don't think the majority of free-to-plays have been unmuted. I think it's the fractional minority that have been unmuted, and... Oh, I died.
I saw that.
Yeah. So yeah, it seems that the overwhelming majority haven't been, and that is slightly worrying to me. However, yeah, as you were saying, we can't expect anything from Valve, let alone consistency. It is my personal belief that this is not where this ends. I think if Valve were going to start with a small step like this, they are going to take another one, and it's my prediction that in a week's time we'll have another patch saying, okay, now people whose accounts are 30 days old or older can talk. And then I think things will keep going like that until the summer update, when all free-to-play accounts can talk again.
I'd say that's kind of a long shot. Because, you know, any account can be created in the span of 30 days, and, you know, essentially wait up until it's old enough to use voice text chat again. And then before you know it, you got malware, you got music playing through, you know, bots like we used to today, and all. But another thing is, now that I think about it, it's since, you know, the mic spamming era of TF2 was strictly connected to Omegatronic and Deltatronic and all that, you know,
all the bot hosters,
stuff. Yeah. Right now, since these accounts are banned, Valve perhaps is just, you know, trying to put, you know, trust back into the players.
Yeah.
Why would they still only partially unmute? a little puzzling given the fact that TF2 already has a lot of like freedom of player expression in it. You can have both people running around with trans flags and with the third right flag. So it's clearly not. It's clearly not. Valve just clearly does not give a shit about who does what, when, and how, and what they represent with themselves. Yet we have this situation.
To me, it seems that the reason they'd unmute such a small minority of free-to-play players is that this seems like the kind of thing we saw this would happen with the bots. Not all bots were banned in the first wave. It took several waves for all of the bots to be banned, as Valve was testing the waters to see which ones would push back in what ways. And I think we could be seeing something relatively similar here. You know, a very small fraction of the player base is unmuted, and then they say, okay, that went down well, how else should we unmute them? As you said, it's very optimistic of me, I understand that. But just going off how things like the bot banning was treated, I don't think this is the last unmuting of free-to-plays we're going to see even this month. Please, everyone in the chat, don't take that as gospel. That is just the opinions of a man and nothing more. But
this is just speculation and pretty much an open debate. So. About banning of bots and waves. If I remember correctly, initially, yes, the majority of bots disappeared on day one. But it was, I really could not, I can't swear that, there were waves. I cannot exactly remember such phenomena.
I remember,
on day one, everything disappeared.
I might have porked that slightly, because I remember the first wave didn't kill them all. I think it was probably the majority, I got my numbers wrong there. But it wasn't.
There were some, there's always a few, false negative. No, sorry. Is that how you say it? False positives. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There's always a few false positives, but I think pretty much just a few days after the. Oh man, I'm so sorry. And just a few days after the whole thing, it's just the whole fiasco, let's say. For the bot posters, of course.
Yeah.
Happened. Well, it was what, just 1-2 days, and it was oof, gone. Waves announced or anything like that. It was just a singular kind of thing.
Yeah, I think I might have misworded waves, but
that's fine.
Yeah, I am very strong in my belief that this is not it. I think this was, they unmuted a small minority just to see what would happen, and it seems that hey, people are happy about it. Well, they're also annoyed that some people haven't, still been unmuted, but I think that's natural. But yeah,
That's a mini sentry.
Oh, okay, and that's a scout. I am confident this is not the end. How do you feel about that? Do you reckon this is a one and done, or do you reckon this is one step before the next?
Given Valve's behavior on with bots, where we only had one announced update essentially.
Yeah.
And you know what? There was one more incident during that, because right after. Actually, that reminds me, and I'm stupid for not remembering that earlier. Right after the ban wave, there was a Steam support page released on how, on why certain accounts, were banned. Was that? I'm not entirely sure. Was that on the same day? Yeah, because I think it was. It was just this sort of indirect response for the second time.
Yeah, I think it was. I seem to remember it being the same day.
Probably wasn't.
It might have been a few days afterwards. Yeah.
Well then, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, because you know, given that, perhaps then you know, things are subject to change after all.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell you what,
Oh, but you know, the reality of it, there was an attempt that seemed to work to some degree. We don't know if there's going to be anything done about it, and for now, it's sort of a success? Question mark.
yeah. I'm just gonna put a message in the
That's pretty much it.
conflict discussing this new discussing. I'm just gonna put bear with me in chat, everyone. Muted. Join.
Oh, I just got pinged.
You got pinged, sorry. Can I at here? I think I'm gonna at here. Just because, I mean, that's what the server's for after all, isn't it?
Yeah. Alright, we won. That was a sweep.
How do you feel about this map so far? Would you like to see this in TF2, or does it break your boundaries?
I'd say it's a little better than Armageddon, because Armageddon is just too choky. Armageddon's just too small.
Yeah.
12v12 on Armageddon would be hell. Is a little bit better distributed, but the middle point feels a little bit too.
What map are we going to now?
Feels. It just has like this one corridor, essentially, one passage, and you just have to meet at the middle point. There's very little open space in between.
Yeah. Okay. What's this? Oh yeah, this is like I think it's mostly just King of the Hill and payload maps. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, I see, NAFTA. Okay, I get that. I get the pun. I get the word.
Oh, is it like NASA? Okay.
Well, NAFTA. Well, the English, the phonetic spelling of the name of the map, NAFTA, would be the word for crude oil in some of the Slavic languages.
Oh, okay. I see now.
Yep, and that's the oil rig.
Yeah, yeah. There's a few oil rig maps, and I like oil rigs.
All the rigs are cool.
Yeah, I used to build a lot of oil rigs in Minecraft. I know it's not a very interesting story, but yeah.
This is interesting. Why not?
YouTube just crashed for a second. I'm sorry to hear that, Purple Land. Right, let me consult my question chart. So, we discussed a few of these things. Now, Zob, let's say this. Okay, let's say hypothetically, that this progresses into Valve being more willing to unmute more free-to-play accounts. Do you reckon this is going to bring people back to TF2, or do you think, like, do you reckon the damage has already been done in some people's eyes? Because it has been 5 years that free-to-plays haven't been able to talk.
To some extent, yes, and because of that, we're not seeing immediate change and immediate cheering from the entirety of the player base. Some of them may simply not be aware of this. The Unmute F2P'S movement was already niche in its idea.
Yeah.
And the fact that, you know, we got something done is already just like wowza, essentially. On European servers, I haven't seen much more activity than usual, which is and I think it's, you know, this lack of ability to actually speak within the game is already deeply rooted within, you know, the people that played and left, and stayed, and then, you know, will probably begin to play. However, that could be a subject to change given the fact that, you know, if a fresh account off of Steam is able to, of course, is able to just chat in game all this, you know, without any restrictions, then possibly this could be instrumental to bringing more players to TF2. However, I don't think, let's be real for a moment, I don't think just being able to do the most basic function of the game, of like any multiplayer game really, will all of a sudden reel in thousands of players.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying thousands, but one of the main reasons why I joined this movement to begin with, was that.
Sorry.
Oh, good. I've met like genuine friends. Back when I was a free to play, I met friends, and I even once had a girlfriend just because of TF2. Obviously I value my friendships a lot more than the other one, but I'm just saying that, like, being a free-to-play and communicating in-game with other people and making friendships, some of those people I still talk to this day, some of my mates, it was such a wonderful thing. And the fact that some people were robbed of that just because of bots really upset me. I had a very privileged TF2 upbringing just because I started playing a few years before everyone else. And that was the main reason why I joined this movement, because there are people out there who missed out on those awesome friendships they could have had just because of bots.
Yeah.
And
those fangs, essentially, yeah.
Yeah, and with this unmuting happening, hell, we might see some of those friendships happening again. But
well, even if the effect of the update is small, but it essentially just brings, well, to some extent, said freedom of speech and just the ability to actually your time with friends and people, all in all. Because this has been brought back. We could call this a success, sort of, and the fact that Valve is being incompetent is kind of not really in our competence, ironically enough.
Yeah, I mean we've been suffering for their inability to not want to do anything for way too long.
Too long.
Way too long, Lon'qudor.
Yeah.
We'll get on to Valve, suck-ups later, of which I really don't think there are very many. I think it's the small minority that seem to. It's a bit like political people warring on Twitter. Not to get too political, but Twitter is quite heavily one-sided when it comes to politics, and that side seems to think that it's the majority of the other side, but it's not. And I see that happen a lot with TF2. Like, a lot of people seem to think this game is full of Valve gooners who spend all their money on things, and it really... Most people know Valve sucks. I'm sure, anyway.
I'm sorry. Just a moment. I'll be right back. I need a second. Go entertain the audience.
So yeah, as I was saying, let's talk about politics. So I really like the colour purple. However, some people don't like the colour purple, and some people want to take that away from me. And it's a shame. And this concludes our conversation on politics. This is a TF2 channel. I have no interest in political discussions. But yes, as I was saying, I've met some really nice people because of TF2. And the fact that some people have missed out on that just because Valve didn't want to remove the bots and instead just chose to mute the innocent is really, really upsetting. That's why I joined this movement. Let's have some more information about this movement, actually. I was the third person to join the movement, this Unmute Free-to-Play movement. I seem to have been recruited quite early on by someone who some of you might not have even known. Someone called Katami, who does work for TF2 Nexus. And so it was essentially my job to, to spread the word, make video, do Lon'qudor things. Do Lon'qudor thing, Lon'qudor thing.
Before we know it.
Yeah. And
before we knew it, yeah, it just kind of popped off.
Yeah, it popped off, and then you have larger creators joining in, and it's a wonderful thing to hear.
We both incidentally we got the support of Zesty Jesus within the open letter. However, when Zesty, not to call it out or anything, but just to notify people about it, when Zesty showed up on showed up. Either published his video
from
about
the mist.
Yeah. Published his video about the topic. There was no mention of unmute F2P'S or anything like that. It was simply a video about the topic of F2P'S. Oh, I don't want to say it was a dick move, but I feel like it was a little bit of a how do I put it? It just kind of really limited the ability of of the movement's well, unquote popularity, sort of.
I didn't. Yeah. As I said, I didn't watch the video, but I know very well, even if he were to support a genuinely good cause, people would then turn against it. But yeah. Oh look, the server's filling up. That's good.
Oh yeah, we got 66.
So.
Wonder if Squiddy G joins.
Yeah, I could ask if they want to jump in. Not in call. The call is for us, but if they, if they want to get in the server. So. Yeah, that's another thing I was going to say. The signing of the letter. So, not a lot of people know, but there was a physical letter posted to Valve, which attained all of the signatures we collected for the Unmute free-to-play movement. Is my server in the UK? My server is in Germany, actually. So that might be an indictment for some people, but you know what? There's people here.
Well,
Americans make do. It's not that bad, I promise. It's not too far. Oh, how did you get out? Oh, because that guy lives.
I just did.
But yeah, so there was a physical letter sent to Valve from this movement. Kutami invited it in. I think I was either the third or second person to get my name on that as well. I mentioned that just because, you know, not as you know, a Wang measuring contest, but as in
Bagging points.
Yeah, well, but as in like I really gave a damn about this movement. And yeah, so the actual letter, so there was an email version sent to Valve, and then there was a physical letter sent by a chap called Military Snake, who on occasion shows up here. And yeah, so he sent off the letter. That was, you know, very kind of him. I think he did that out of his own money.
If it wasn't for that, it probably wouldn't have had the same.
Yes.
Same like stopping force now.
Gravitas. Yeah.
Something. Same weight to it. Unquote.
Yeah, very much. I would say the actual gravitas that we're sending something to Valve from this movement was what got a lot of people involved with the original Fixed TF2 movement. So yeah.
The fact that you could chip in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like signing up.
Yeah, people like the idea, you know, contributing something, being a part of TF2's potential good future, and it worked.
Oh, question is, what now?
Well, yeah, so we get to this. I think, as I've expressed, I think this isn't the end, and I think Valve will start to unmute more accounts. What will probably happen is they become a bit too relaxed, unmute some accounts that don't have certain properties, and then bots are like, oh, let's come back. And then they come back, and then... What I'm trying to say is, I don't think TF2 will be entirely speakable again. I think there will be some restriction on accounts that have been made, you know, like the same day. But I think overall, communication's going to come back. This brings us to the question of what now? And the one I would like to change it to is, you know, the big one we talked about. How many more movements?
And that would be...
The movements one.
I ruined it.
Yeah. Do we need more movements? Have we tried our luck too many times? Have we done enough? I would like to know what people in the chat think. I'm going to ask Seven. Hi lads, it's me, big YouTuber, Lon'qudor. Do you think we've done enough TF2 protests / movements, or is there anything else you guys think we should really do? Type your answers in the chat, I'd like to know. So, I'm going to start off by saying, yeah, so the question we're proposing is, like, have we had enough movements? As in, how many times can we bite the hand before it stops feeding us? And so I'm going to propose that there's a lot is gay men Lon'qudor. Okay, great. I think...
What?
I don't know, that guy in the chat said that.
Ari?
I really don't know what that means.
What?
We've had two...
Okay.
2 successful movements out of, 3. The first save TF2 did nothing, or maybe it did very little. And so 2 out of 3 isn't bad. I think if there was another movement we wanted to attempt, I don't think it would go as well. I'm of the opinion that there are only so many times we can send a letter to Valve before they close their mailbox. I think there's only so many times we can pull something like this off before they just stop caring again. And so, yeah, I think doing another movement could be really risky, and I don't think it's something I want to encourage. Like, we should not be plotting what our next movement is, in my opinion. But what do you think?
It's not bad.
I believe we slightly disagree on this.
Well, actually, no, not very much. I'm kind of pretty much on the same side as you are. I imagine that third time's the charm, and since this was the third time, going anything over that could possibly be, well, damaging. Not well, our relation with Valve, and just also possibly setting up ourselves for disappointment, given the fact that the last 2 times actually managed to work out.
I've got to interrupt you and say, Michael in the chat, one of the organisers for the protest in the Discord server with us. Hello, Michael. Everyone say thank you to Michael for his aid on this movement. And I will get you.
Michael.
I will get you to continue. But
hope your SATs went well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I must say, the map we're loading into right now. Have you ever played Laughter? I think that's what it's called.
Yes.
I don't know. This is a non-Halloween, non-Halloweenified version of a Halloween map. It's called Broadwalk, and you'll recognize it when you load in.
It is. It's a decent map. It's just honestly the silly part of it.
I like the silly part, yeah, but I think this map visually is really, really nice. This looks like a lot. There's a lot of British peers that look a bit like this. Anyway, so sorry for interrupting you. Do continue, good sir.
Well, it's okay if we try, right?
Yeah.
But by this point, to be completely honest, we're probably going to be setting up ourselves on disappointment for anything that we might be trying to get Valve to do. That also comes alongside a very important question, which is, what the hell is there to do?
Yeah. This
obviously creates a little bit of a divide in the community, and that is the most, well, currently the biggest topic, I think, in the TF2 circle, and that is bringing back quick play. The necessity of it is really dependent on whether you like quick play or not.
Yeah.
And since I'm unfortunately a pre-quick play hero player, I'm not entirely sure if it is so much better. But we can see players like Wheezy, for example, actually advocating for bringing back Team Scramble and map changing into casual, which I guess would be a fair point. However, how far would we get with asking for any of this is a fantastic question. Oh, yeah. Hop off, bestie. Give us your best shot.
Because I am of the opinion that we do not need quick play back. I was someone who has been playing since 2015. I experienced about 6 to 7 months of quick play, and I did not like it. That was why I moved to community servers in the end, because I found them easy to understand somehow. I did not like quick play, and it seems there are large content creators on my side. For example, Fishstick on a Stick is not a quick play fan. I think what we need is better matchmaking, but daring to suggest that is, you'll be called a Valve Gooner until day's end. So, well, I guess I'm just a Valve Gooner for not liking for not wanting quick play to come back immediately.
Well then, it's so yeah, that divide is clearly visible right here, right?
The mushroom says, sorry, Valve fixed the unmuted. How? Every time someone asks, I've got to update them. They've only unmuted some people, not most accounts. It's probably less than 10%, but they are starting. Anyway, continue, my good sir.
You see, the very first comments I've seen underneath the video and that I made about the current topic of unmuting F2P'S were two people fighting each other on on reverting back, TF2 back to quick play. And it's a little bit annoying to see people turning what essentially could be for
A very harmless
a good moment for the community.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, instead we end up being like, this old geezer talking about, dumbass stuff that are completely, out of context as of the moment. Or just not related with what's going on. Detached from reality even. So
Yeah.
if there's anything I could advocate for the people that are watching right now is just to, enjoy the moment. And, remember to, first of all, be respectful in any sort of discussion or conversation.
Yeah, I think that...
I don't know how to put it. Just, just be nice for fuck's sake, please.
The unfortunate thing is it's not hard to be nice. And I do actually blame some of the creators involved in portraying the message of bringing back quick play. I do believe the message has been weaponized mostly by the fan base, but I do believe that subtlety is an art, and you can say, I would like quick play to come back, and I think it was better, and you can provide evidence for why, without also instigating people to... I don't know. What I'm trying to say is I don't think the creators in this instance are entirely innocent. I think some of them have been instigating this war, and I think it has turned into a war. And it should just be something we could chat about. Like which one's better, the Diamondback or the Ambassador? It used to just be a chat, but now it's a war. And I have no interest in 50 drama at all.
Once there is, I think everybody essentially kind of felt like a power surge. Well, at least people who felt, how do I put it? Not people who felt essentially able to, or important enough to manage to get the word out about quick play and stuff. It felt like there was finally a chance that they could do something. And with that, or with that ability, being denied it, definitely leads to a lot of frustration. So you got to understand that people who really, really, really care about this and really wish for things to change, or what they deem to be the a better alternative, can't really have that going because people deny them, and it's understandable. They almost just get pissed off. I mean, how else would you feel if people ignored new F2P'S, for example?
Yeah. I do feel maybe we should table the discussion because it's. I also feel, even though I've been led to believe that my experience with quick play is wrong because I didn't experience it as much as everyone else. I do believe there is such thing as being underqualified to have an opinion. But I do believe my experiences were real, and I have been told by a few of the YouTubers actively involved in the Bring Back movement that I was wrong, and I don't like that. Anyway, point being, I think we should table the discussion. But I think it is an interesting one to have. So, what was the other questions I was going to ask you? Let us look back in our chat. Let's see. So, do you think these changes to how free-to-plays are being currently treated by Valve? It seems like a bit of a simple question to ask, but I feel it's one worth asking regardless. Do you think they were the result of our movement?
Just like with Fix TF2, when we didn't really get an open line of communication with Valve, Here we sort of got this thing, which is sort of unmuting some of the players, I guess. And maybe, I mean, this is essentially what we asked for, and technically we got it delivered, but under some rules and changes that we don't really know anything about. So, what the hell now? Who the hell is Steve Jobs? had to read that out.
You know, I was thinking about Steve Jobs and Ligma earlier today. I'm sorry for bringing that up. I really was. I was thinking about it earlier today. Oh, that's weird. Anyway. Yeah, I feel it's a question worth asking because at the time people were very hesitant to say that fixed TF2 was a result of our movement. And that being for the simple reason that video game companies do not have the resources to do coincidences. Everything is calculated. And, you know. But
Especially this, right?
Yeah. I am now of the opinion that both answers are right, and that the bots were banned both because we had some. I think Valve was working on it, but our protest caused them to speed up. That's my current theory. So many spies.
Here I'm thinking quite the opposite.
Okay.
The you know, F2P'S were kind of on the very bottom of the bucket list of, you know, of your average TF2er, of your average TF2 player. Because everybody wants a major update, and maybe the sex update, you know, on top of that. But, you know, unmuting F2P'S wasn't really anything that, you know, mattered, because the very people that, you know, it's this, you know, it's kind of like, heck, not impaled. Well, essentially just like... I'm struggling to find words.
I don't know what you're trying to say, I'm gonna be honest with you. English, buddy. Do it in Polish,
Polish, no, head hurt. I need aspirin.
Okay.
With my feet. Wait.
Why my nose bleed?
Yeah. No, I'm fine.
Would you like me to pick you up and then you carry from there?
Could you pick me? Yeah. Could you tell me what I was talking about?
Well, I was going to say that what health is a spy on? There we go. It's my opinion that the original banning of the bots was a joint combination of us and Valve. But it is my opinion that this unmuting of free-to-plays, regardless of how small it is directly because of us. I do not think this was something Valve was working on in any aspect. And, you know...
Oh yeah, same here then.
As you said, bottom of the barrel, it's been in the game for 5 years, why would they change it now? And the answer is us.
Right.
So... I just joined the stream, why the hell are there P brothers? Well, you know what?
Oh, it's just, yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't be so judgmental of our appearances. Maybe we're doing our best with what we've given, you know?
Yeah, man, take a chill pill. You think I'm happy about this?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, maybe a little bit. But you would never get the grind of a pea-pilled, you know, plant cell.
Yeah, absolutely. I
love saying that.
Yeah, I'm a nonchalant plant head. That's what we've been saying for a while now. Let's go to... There was a map Cypherlock sent me, actually. We haven't played on it yet. Called Aquarius. Let's do that one. It's got sharks in it, apparently.
You know what that means? Fish.
Well, Margie... Hizzy, is that how you say that last name? Asks a question I was going to ask later on. Do you think we can expect more from Valve in the near future? We got bots banned, the last comic, the code made public, and now this. Margie, I'll catch you up on that and say most of those things were promised a while ago that Valve was just getting out the door. Like the comic and the SDK update, for example, we know have been worked on for almost 3 years. And therefore, it's not necessarily new content, it's them finishing old content. But with that being said, oh, I haven't actually played this map yet. It's underwater payload. Guys, I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I haven't played this map yet. It could be good. It could be awful. We'll find out. Anyway.
Oh, that's. Oh. Oh no.
Do you,
never
do you
mind.
not like the ocean?
No. I very much like the ocean. It's something got me off guard. Wait, you go underwater here? What the fuck do you mean?
Where I'm trying to get to I'm trying to get to where the payload is. This map,
oh my god.
This map looks great, but I don't know where anything is.
Oh, this is gonna be. Oh, this is gonna be. Oh no.
Guys, we gotta go up.
Underwater.
The payload is up. Try and find it. Try and find the payload. Where do I go? I don't know where to go.
Where's. Yeah.
Someone tell me where to go. I'm so lost.
ABC, the.
I found you, someone found you.
The alphabet.
I found you. Let's stick together. What server is this? This is my server. This is my own TF2 server. Zomp, we've gone back to spawn.
God save me. This is spawn? No,
no, we found people. We
did
did
right
it.
here. What?
What? This is. I like this idea. Whoa.
This is.
Bang, bang, bang. Oh, okay.
This is something.
Hello, I am under the water. Let's.
The water.
There's a medic.
Let's sink in.
Alright. So Cypherlock apparently helped. I don't know how much interaction you've had with Cypherlock. I like him, he's a funny guy. He apparently helped with some stuff on this map, and gotta say, credit where it's due, it's gorgeous.
He's like a cool guy.
Immediate first request I'd have is this suffers from the bread space issue, where like no one knows where to go. You know, you load up bread space.
I was thinking about bread space when I saw this map for the first time. I'm not even kidding.
You load up bread space, and everyone always immediately charges towards the wrong way. Yep. But this
even looks like bread space.
This is gorgeous. Do we have to go in the water to get to the point?
Oh no.
Where's the point?
Where do we go? What is this?
Where? How are they pushing? Oh!
Yeah.
$2 from not Jukata. He says, we are free. Ah, we are so almost free. But you know what I admire your enthusiasm,
you spelled that wrong. That is actually pain and suffering in Polish.
Chris, if you're watching, yeah, thank you for muting him, Chris.
Oh yeah, so there we go. The first the consequences of unmuting for F2P'S.
There's the payload. I found it. It's under the water.
I think I got it too, but by the way, Pyro is buffed, like debuffed for the half of this map.
No.
Essentially.
The Neon Annihilator.
Oh god.
I'm going
god,
Pyro
what
Shark.
have you said?
I'm going Pyro Shark.
Oh my god. What have you done?
Flog.
Oh my lord.
Don't need it, pal. Where's my jetpack?
Yep.
There it is. Where's my neon? There it is. I went back now. Took them a decade enough. Welcome back, Oro. I'm just gonna change something on the stream. Change it to £2 by not, and then I'm gonna put JFKH. There we go. Whoever donates the most by the end of the stream gets a big kiss from me.
That'd be me.
Oh right, the payload's above water now. And I'm dead. Offshore
go back in the water in a minute, from what I understand. We'll see. You know what? It would be lovely if Valve announced, after announcing offshore, Valve just dropped it. I would love to see it. I would just love to see another massive L to the TF2 community, because
yeah,
you know how it goes.
Actually, the TF2 community has enough enough W's over time. The Marvel Rivals community needs the updates more. I'm a minor Lon. I just said welcome back. Did I not? Did I say anything else?
Whoa!
Welcome
man,
back.
dude.
Whoa, buddy! I have a girlfriend. I'm not coming on to you. I prefer
It's genuinely a fantastic
Not
comment.
says I prefer the PVZ1 repeater. Well, not unfortunately, you're just wrong. I like the PVZ2 art style more. I wish the
Why do
TF2
they-
community was racist again, buddy. It's still racist. You're just not looking hard enough.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. It's just that, you know, Reddit has changed. That's all. People seem to think the TF2 community is now this, you know, very different place, and the answer is TF2 hasn't changed, but Reddit has. Because the Reddit subreddit is the TF2 subreddit is a lot more active than you'd think.
War never changes.
Yeah, exactly. It's,
Oh my god.
It's still the same war. It's just different people wearing different hats.
If you jump into the middle point, like, you know, the last point capture, big ass shark fucking that eats you
Ooh,
down there.
interesting. You know what? This is the
So,
this is
yeah.
the kind of map I'd love to get added, but in the MISC section. This could be the new high tower.
Well, no, it doesn't have the same replayability, I guess. With the fixed timer and stuff, but
Maybe not. Yeah.
fine. Maybe in like, you know, player destruction or something.
Yeah.
How I love player destruction.
Oh, I love player destruction, buddy. Sorry, I was just killing a spy. I love me some player destruction. If I could have anything added to TF2 that isn't, you know, like new content, I'd want player destruction to get its own mode on the home screen. So, you know, control points, capture the flag, player destruction. That would
Oh.
be the simplest change to TF2 I'd want the most.
Which is something we're never gonna fucking get, so buckle up.
But now we have 3 player destruction maps in the base game, I think. There's Atom Smasher, whatever it's called, Atom something. There's Selbian, and then there's another one. I don't remember.
Well, there's 4, because there's Watergate, Selbian,
Oh, Watergate,
Atom
yeah.
Smash, I think, and then yeah, Watergate, the OG.
Yeah.
And then
I completely
what's
forgot
it
about
called?
that.
Monster Bash.
Well, yeah, there's a lot more Halloween ones. I think so. If you're looking at Halloween, we've got Farmageddon, we've got Monster Bash, we've got
Farmageddon,
Circus. But those aren't year-round game modes.
To all the players on blue team, can you fucking switch from spy? That is the most annoying thing.
It is funny
ever.
to me they've all gone spy.
And if you people think you're funny, I think it's also kind of funny that I know your home address. Just want to tell you that.
Yeah,
Anyhow.
exactly. Alright then, I'm just trying to think of any other movement-related questions to this. So, let's review the movement as a whole. Do you think we got on? Were you happy with the amount of people we got on board? Do you think we got on too little? Do you think it was a lot more than you expected? It was obviously going to be smaller than fixed TF2. But how did you feel about the amount of people talking about the movement?
For what was damn. For
Wait,
what it was
wait.
worth. For what it was worth, I mean, people, you know, they really showed care. They showed that they wanted to do something, and you know, we got some people on and it's been going. So I'd say, no matter what, it's a success. It's a win.
Yeah, absolutely.
And given the fact that there was an actual response, I'm more than happy.
So yeah,
You?
we got more people on board than I thought we were going to, and that made me really happy. I was aware, you know, this movement was never going to be as big as fixed TF2. That wasn't, because that was an issue that affected literally every single player, whereas being a free-to-play only affected free-to-plays.
Yeah.
So we got more people on board than I was expecting, and I'm happy about that. And it was really nice to me specifically to see that people like me who, you know, had those nice memories, you know, they I've been a pay to play in TF2 for almost 9 years now, and I still really cared, and there were lots of people who were exactly like me in that situation. You know, people who had nothing to gain from it, but just genuinely gave a damn. And I like, yeah.
I think it's also a good time to kind of try and remind people that you don't have to buy things from Valve.
Yes, absolutely.
And yeah, just a little reminder. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Hey Chris, can you give me the Valve rocket launcher? Thank you.
You know what, Chris? I don't know if we have the
please.
plugin, but if we do have any plugins for like a Valve rocket launcher, just give it to him for this round.
She could.
Chris, I don't know if we have the plugins for the Valve rocket launcher, but if we do, could you give it to Zob? Oh, he's up there. He's AFK. I think he might be thinking. He's pondering.
Yeah.
He's pondering.
There's 4 more minutes. Please give it to me.
Don't worry, we've only got 4 minutes left. We'll do another map afterwards.
Aww. Never mind. I was about to say something that I think would have gotten your stream like taken down, so I'm glad I didn't say it. Anyways.
Okay. I'm glad you did not. How's the life, mate? Someone asks.
Feeling when no Valve rocket on for Thursday.
Yeah. I don't think we have. No, I don't think we've got the plugins. We can grab them eventually. There's a outlet there. Yeah, I'm too lucky to be able to talk casual. Hi. Actually, I don't know how I'm verified my phone number. If limited Steam accounts can't do that. I'm not too sure. Demo Man TF2, how's life, mates? Life is going well. I'm sorry I'm not drinking Demo Man TF2. But you know what? Happy you're here. I have a Dr. Pepper. I'll cheers to that. But it's the real Demo Man TF2. He stopped by. That's so cool.
I've seen a lot of like people impersonating Demo Man and saying freedom, you know.
Yeah. I like Demo a lot. I think it's good fun. Right, let's go up here. Let's see who's up here. Okay, well I just porked both of my jetpack jumps. Gonna have to wait.
So, well, to just ask you, do you think? Well, at least I think we've sort of exhausted the topic. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, what else is there to say? We are kind of left in the dark about what will be the next steps. What now, essentially. And outside of that, well, I guess we'll fucking see. That's all.
Yeah. So, as I was saying, we still don't entirely know the circumstances for what gets an account unmuted because Valve just did not tell us. If I could complain about anything currently, it would be that. I feel saying lifted some restrictions is about as specific as saying they've updated the localization files. I feel if you're gonna make a change, tell people what it is. But yeah, I agree. We are in what we would describe currently as limbo. We are waiting for something to happen. We are either waiting for a big update that will give free-to-plays talking back, or we will, we'll see what happens.
Nonetheless, a small success is a success.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. A small success is a success, and this should be seen as one.
Hey, something was done finally.
Yeah, absolutely. It took a while.
We can't
but it happened.
Simply rest easy, but still, yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
I hold firm that this is a good sign of things to come. Sky, I'm sorry. But yeah, I hold firm. Well, yeah, there might be some other questions we think of throughout the night. But we'll see how that goes. Yeah, apart from that, look how many people we have in the server. It takes about 40 minutes to fill up my server, but people do come by. Because I want to provide the niche of this is where you can go to play cool maps. that aren't in the game yet, because I know another thing that's been popularized is the war on content creation when it comes to the workshop. A lot of what's on the TF2 workshop is utter dribble. However, the proper artists have been caught up in the war. And I don't think a lot of the critiques of the TF2 workshop content have been very well structured, in my opinion. And I think the number one thing workshoppers need is feedback. And so I want to create a space where people can come to play the maps and give them feedback. And that's why these servers exist. Like,
maybe this could be a good time for me to plug TF2 Nexus, which is also currently ran by Katami, who was the initial organizer of Unmute F2P'S.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You know, we might have been on the project very early. We might have also got some big names on it. The real, the real king of the Letters Club here, so to speak, is Katami. Katami, I think, does either founded or does work for Man Magazine, if some of you are familiar with that. And also, you know, yeah, TF2 Nexus stuff. I will provide some links in the description at the end of the stream for anyone else who's interested in learning more. But if you're watching this, Katami, thank you. Like, genuinely thank you.
Oh my, look at this map.
So this is Dry Field. This just looks like a base TF2 map.
Pretty much, except I do have to be honest.
You're not a fan?
Where do I put it? No, it looks good, but let's imagine that you play this right after Dust Bowl. No, the only thing you're gonna really be hit by is the amount of saturation here.
Yeah, there is. I think the colors are definitely. There was another map that
like
had huge.
Phoenix.
Remember that all these maps are still in their testing phase. Most definitely. These are. Yeah, some of these maps. For example, we had one that began with a P. We had to remove it because it was. Well, the saturation basically made the map unplayable. But yeah, that's probably not something a one-man army map creator or maybe even a small team would come to understand.
Perhaps.
But yeah, so I will definitely, I'll try and pass that feedback on.
It's absolutely fine, and I know it's kind of a ass thing to say all of a sudden, but yeah, just
no, it's a valid opinion. That's what it is.
It's very often that I hear something that, you know, people call some modern TF2 maps like Overwatch pilled, or just generally kind of like trying to copy the Overwatch style with you know, the way it's built, kind of like, you know, the player feels small compared to the scale of the map.
I was gonna say
colors are heavily saturated and such.
Yeah.
I won't say I feel that here, but it's just the colors. It's just the colors, because the map looks really, really good.
Yeah, I was gonna say I really like the feeling of feeling small on a map. I like that because that means there's more to do. I don't like tight, cramped maps. That's why I hate Dust Bowl. I hate lots of TF2's older maps. Maps have definitely gotten bigger over time, and I'm personally a fan of that, but I understand how some people could dislike that. But yes, I think the colours in this instance are a big problem. It's very bright, but it's also very pretty, so I would like that prettiness to...
It is incredibly pretty.
Yeah.
You can tell a lot of effort went into this.
Yeah, I'd like that prettiness to prevail, whilst also maybe, you know, maybe I don't want to wear sunglasses when playing TF2.
Oh, how ironic that such a pretty person talked about wanting for prettiness to prevail.
Oh, absolutely, I am gorgeous, as it is well known. I'm a beautiful man, and I am well endowed. So, you know, everything is great. Whee! Yeah, I'm actually rich and famous.
Wait, just a moment.
Yeah. You see, guys, all that YouTube money, you know what I do? I spend it on speedboats. That's where all of it goes. I just have a huge speedboat collection.
I'm very sorry. I had to leave for a moment because I heard something fucking fumble on the floor, and I thought my fucking roommate like passed out or something.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
Poor guy.
The chat.
I think he might be on stream actually. So shout out to my roommate.
Yeah, shut up,
Cool
roomie.
guy, Phil Duke.
Yeah. Oh, and the chat is popping off because of horses. I'm a big fan of horses.
Horses.
Yeah.
My
Grim
favorite
bloody
horse
fable.
is- My favorite horse is the doorknob.
Your favorite horse is the doorknob.
Well, the name of the horse is doorknob.
Oh, okay. There used to be
There's also
a
also a horse called Resolute Mind in the afternoon or some shit.
there's a few horses who meant a lot to me as a boy. Growing up in the countryside, I was around horses a lot. My neighbours had horses, and we used to go on holiday, and there was a horse called Mr. Ed. So we'd go to a beach town, and there'd be you know, a little horse and cart tour of the town, and I really liked that. I loved going on the horse and cart tour. One of the horses, Mr. Ed, was a local celebrity. He was about 19 years old and dribbling, but he still loved his walk. So yeah, I liked him a lot. And then the other ones are, there's a horse trust where retired police horses used to go, not too far from where I used to live. And I liked visiting there, because you visit there, you get a cream cake and a cup of tea, and you get to pet horses. What more could you want in life?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, horses are kind of cool because they seem to understand that, you know, usually a human doesn't want to hurt them. So
Yeah.
they're like, okay, let's go somewhere. Let's fucking, let me run at top speed whilst, you know, do things. You know, speaking of horses, they have been instrumental to mankind throughout pretty much most of its existence.
We would
Well,
not be where we are today
unfortunately-
if we didn't have horses.
Yeah. But unfortunately, who gets called man's best friend? A dog.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
The cheats. They skip the queue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just unfair. It's just strictly unfair. Horses are just, you know, peak. Also get clapped.
Horses are peak, also get clapped. Top 10 sentence.
Around and find out.
Yeah, no, I mean, horses have been a bit shafted throughout history, but I know that I think we domesticated horses. I saw a statistic. We domesticated horses around 3,400 BC, I want to say. I think we domesticated them like before dogs, before cats, and before some commonly eaten plants today. Like I really think horses have been around that long.
Horses were like, oh yeah, this guy's chill. Let me ride. Let me
Yeah.
let this
hang
guy
out.
ride on my back. Fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hang out. I'll chill. My back's a bit itchy anyway. Yeah. Because horses are so intelligent, but at the same time they're very, very skittish animals. Also get clapped.
Skittish.
Yeah, oh well, as in they're very fearful. You know how you tell what a horse is doing is that you look at their ears, and they jump and they kick at you know, noises. But at the same time, as you were saying, they're very, very intelligent. So they generally know the difference between a child that's crying and a child that wants to kill it. Yeah.
Perhaps.
I spent a lot of time around horses when I was a boy. And I love them dearly.
The control point has been contested.
I would have
Watch
been a
My Little
horse.
Pony.
I would have been a
You sound like a guy that would.
Was that about me and a pony? Is it a sentence I wanted to hear?
Since you're talking so much about horses, have you
Oh,
ever?
no.
Actually, sorry. What I meant to say is voice communication is not available for this account.
Yeah, me too. No, I have no interest in fur or ponies or My Little Furry Ponies. None at all.
What's up, horse?
What's up, dog?
Ha ha ha.
Okay.
What's up, dog?
I've started saying "What's up, dog?" unironically. I think it's really funny.
This one.
I'll call the wife and say "What's up, my slime?" and she hates it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Slime is great. No. A friend of mine calls me slime, and I think it's like one of the better honorifics you can call somebody by.
I don't know why slime. I don't know where it came from.
I don't know. It's cute.
I
Cool.
think it's funny.
Why not?
Oh, I love slime. I think it's really sweet.
yeah.
Oh.
It's just kind of like cute and intimate as well, really.
Horse
Let
is
me
not
kill this
available
heavy.
for this account. Yeah, sorry guys, horses aren't available for this account.
Actually, not this time around. Oh, I got.
So, out of all the maps we've played today, what's your winner?
This one really like here. I feel like this is, you know, like an actual material for a TF2 casual map. Like it's open. It's kind of reminds me of this. Oh yeah, this one other King of the Hill map. I can't remember the name as of the moment.
Is it called High
Unfortunately.
Pass? It's a similar.
Perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I
like
think,
it's
I see it.
a similar vibe to it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I think this map, I think it's nice. Do you have a difference between your favorite map and the map you'd like to be added to the game most? Out of the ones we've played.
But the ones we've played, well, I wish this one got in because this one really just slaps. And if anything, I wish that the initial game, initial map, destruction, right? Or demolition, it was called.
Yeah.
I wish it just had a little bit more space because it is way too cramped.
Yeah, it's quite cozy, isn't it?
Let's see. I think the next map is gonna be it for me tonight.
Okay.
As I feel that I feel like every winner needs a moment to take a winner's shit, given the fact that given the fact that we got F2P'S at least partially unmuted.
Yeah. So this map is called Artillery. I don't know if I want this to be the final one. I might just change the map slightly. I'm gonna change the map. Give me a minute, because there's one other I want to take you to. Blowout, Citadel, Demolition. We played Demolition, yes? Let's go to Blowout.
We have, yes.
We're changing the map. Hold on.
Right, could I ask you to do something? Could you I know this is like a very dumb request, but could you like put a small text saying shout out to Zob's roommate?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Just anywhere, yeah.
Oh.
Because like the poor guy is sitting there, and for the past almost 2 hours I've been just sitting here and talking with you, and the poor guy is trying to like study for an exam.
Ah, bless him. Create new. I'm gonna say shout out
look at
to
that.
Zob roommate. And I'm gonna make it really big, and I'm gonna put it on the screen in huge letters.
See the stream currently. Wait, let me turn it on my phone because my browser has something like screwed up, and for some reason I can't see videos sometimes on it.
Okay, for some reason I can't. So I'm just gonna put Zob roommate in huge letters on the screen for a little bit.
That's fine.
There we go. Yeah, shout out to Zob roommate. Woo!
Yeah, shout out to my roommate.
So.
Oh my god, yeah. That's so vile, the way you just put it there.
I'll move it. I exam tomorrow too, but here I am playing TF2. But Scala just left, so I don't know what's happening. Right, so this map.
Look at this map.
This map, I have a minor issue with it. Whatever team captures it, whoever's on the point when it gets captured, they get hit with the gas passer effect. Not a huge fan of that, honestly. But
You sound like you've never worked on an oil rig.
yeah, I think you know what? Yeah, if we're gonna add oil rigs maps, we might as well add oil. There was actually another map. You know what was the Slavic pun one we played on Naphtha? I think that's what it's called.
After, yeah. After.
That one had little oil rivers. I don't know if you saw them. And if you went in the oil river, you got hit with the gas passer effect. I like that a lot more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it doesn't. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't just impact your gameplay.
yeah. This one,
You do something.
I find it actively punishes the team. You know, whoever the people are capping for capping, which is like, kind of not what you want to do. But this is another map set
wow.
on an oil rig, and I think it's nice.
Congrats for getting to the objective. Here, have a little debuff. Good luck.
I think the actual... Oh, I got shot. That was shot. So funny or not, I saw your stream by the Discord. Oh, that's nice.
We have lost the control point.
Oh man, I'm popping off with Spy right now.
How you doing? Oh yeah, you are popping off. You know what, Zob? Final game for you. Are you doing we do 2 rounds of map. Are you doing 2 rounds? Give us a minute. Are you doing 2 rounds, or are you doing just the 1 game?
I mean, until we until the map ends or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh boy. Okay,
Ow.
fine.
Chris gave
What
himself a
class
saxy.
What? That's unfair. What classes are we playing?
I'm on soldier. Why not?
Game on.
Whoa! Okay. Destroy that guy.
Oh man. Black box user. He's using the crunch guy.
No, I'd never do that.
Crutch.
No, I fine, but I'll swap off. I'll go direct here if you want me to. I'm keeping the
Oh, I
conch
almost. Okay. Got a little bit of a different tactic, but you'll see it in action.
though. Okay. My direct hit is called Lon'qudor, God of the Crockett. Yeah.
Simply don't get crits, and you know what?
Oh, I have to
is
readjust the
what it is
projectile
sometimes.
speed. Oh, that's not easy.
What do you mean? Can't do
'cause
that.
I've been
You can't
using
just-
the black box. Now I've got to readjust. Are you going for Market Gardens? Wait, no, you're not.
Yo.
Wait, are you?
That.
Where'd you go, boy?
The control point is being contested.
The back.
Text about the TF2 Classic recommendation. Okay. Oh, projectile speed.
Yeah,
Oh,
right,
got him. Never mind. I'm great. Great at video games.
Oh hi.
I'm amazing.
Oh, there you go.
Mm.
Did you know about video?
Did you know about video
There's
games?
this-
Yeah, I've heard of a few.
Yes. There's this.
I see you
This
done
one lost comment. Well, not lost, but Control Alt Delete panel, where like some girl asks the main character, "Do you know about video games?" And it's just there's this absolutely incredible like facial expression. I cannot describe it. I just have to show it to you, but I have to find it in the first place. It's one hell of a meme.
We have lost the control point.
Yeah, I do. I've played with you.
Yeah. Well, I'm not doing very well.
How humble.
There you are.
Oh.
My adjustment is not
Wait.
adjusting. I've gone from the black box
Wait.
to the direct hit, and it's just not voting me well.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I
Where are
take you up.
Where are you then?
They're dead.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were maybe still alive.
For the ones that are still. Is that a fucking Portal 2 reference? Portal, rather.
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
Godor, have you ever played Portal?
I've played Portal 2 to about 70% completion, and I really liked it.
Aw.
It got to the point where I was a bit younger. I was maybe about 16, It got to the point where it was too hard for me, and I stopped playing. But I really liked what I was playing, and I have the orange box, so I do have the proof of purchase.
You have it on like CD or?
Oh, I just brought it on Steam.
Digital? Ah, yeah.
If you purchased it, it turns out, yeah, you
Gone are the days of physical copies.
The main thing I miss these days about the internet is that you used to come home from school with your mate's gamer tag written on a bit of paper. Oh, you got me. Well done. Yeah, you used to come home from school with your mate's gamer tag on a bit of paper. Nowadays, you just text it to him. It's not the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, guess who won? Guess who won the?
Oh, that's a shame. So we do 2 rounds of map. Are you doing another round, or are you going now?
Yeah, we did 2 rounds.
Nice. Shout out to Zobrud, mate. Free my boy, did nothing wrong.
Yeah. Favorite football team was delegated to a lower division.
Okay, everyone, I have a plan. Don't tell them, even though all talk is on. I have a plan, okay?
Huh?
What if everyone,
Control point enabled. Alert. The control point
we all used this weapon here? What if we did that?
I can't see it, so.
No, I think 2 of you have the wrong weapon. We have to use this weapon here. Don't tell them which one it is. The one I am holding currently. We have to use this weapon.
Probably
You're an engineer.
right
You're the
fit.
wrong. You're the wrong man. We need more. We need more.
Oh no.
Okay, you know what? Close
yeah.
enough. All right. Okay. Okay. Everyone, let's. Yes. Okay. Good. Right. Let's go. Okay, I lived.
I'm worried.
This will be our final game, by the way, on stream. You guys can keep playing if you want, but me and Zob are going after this. Oh yeah, I have comprised
Please
a
don't tell me.
strategy.
Oh, you.
We have 6 flog
hard.
pyros. You're going
You
down,
are
boy.
One hell.
You're going down.
Dude.
How many flog pyros we got? Oh, that's more than 6.
I will still fight the this devilish weapon that you have chosen. If you think you are free to go after this, no. We're going to have a talk off stream.
Just joined. Why does this guy have so much horse? Well, you know what? You had to be there in order to, be. You were square, my friend. You weren't there.
You had to be there to know it.
Yeah, be there or be square.
I'm so dead.
This guy wasn't there. Oh, I found a vent. FNAF reference.
The worst part about the fog is that you can see nothing through its particles.
Yeah. Oh, I got destroyed. How many pyros do we have? Okay, we have 9 pyros and 1 soldier. Come on, guys, more flog. We've got 1 soldier that needs to change.
Getting flogged.
You're getting flogged. I just did a drive-by. I fell off the edge and burnt someone.
Made my pledge to the direct hit. I shall never abandon it.
Well, that's a shame. Because the direct hit has abandoned you.
How would you know?
Why am I top scoring? Melee hit reg on the server's ass.
Or are you?
What someone says in the chat.
I feel I'm being targeted. I'm being targeted.
Well, I've been trying to target you. I haven't found you. I'm dead.
Oh, okay. I was
Well, there's so
very,
many
very
pyros.
scary. I
The
didn't like
funny.
seeing what I saw.
He's gonna destroy the world for the funny.
Our control point.
Hold on, I will buy flog right now. He's buying a flog.
You can lend it from the Manco store.
Yeah, you can lend it from the Manco store. Do that.
Weak.
Attack of the Fire Nation.
Oh my god, I'm already dead.
I've never seen
Yeah, I'm
Avatar,
not.
but I assume this is how it happened.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
Okay, so the only people on our team that aren't pyros are either there's one medic and there's one soldier.
I feel like this is slightly not fun.
I thought it would be fun.
Given the fact that I critted you and that's how I won the duel, perhaps this is what I get.
Turn around, shaboing boing. Not getting me, pal. No, never mind. I'll get you with the afterburn. Yeah, come on, come on. Come on. Oh,
Not
what?
this time. Well, what
Medic,
can I say?
medic, behind you, medic, behind you, medic, heal me, yeah, heal me, thank you. So I needed him to heal me.
You could use this clip on like medical
Oh, there you
lectures that, you know, this is what a stroke. Oh,
This is what a stroke
is what
looks
a-
like.
this is what a stroke is, yeah.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
You got a guy that sounds like Donald Duck in game.
Are we capping? Are we good? Are we doing this? We are. Oh, now we've all been gassed. It feels so good to be able to shoot at pyros with my rocket launcher for once. Oh, there's so many of us. Oh, hi Zob. Can't get me. I've got my John Bugatti now. Can't do anything.
Oh wait, what? That's unfair.
Can't do anything, pal.
Man, you gotta pocket. Come on.
You could have rallied the Polish forces against me. I just assumed all
None.
these guys are British.
Come on.
Oh, I got a few of them.
Get this? No, because I got critted.
Auto. Oh, someone got auto balanced. Oh no!
Get the point.
Wait, you guys are actually
What the fucking-
backcapping. That's not fair. That's our point. You're not allowed to have that.
It's over.
Jetpack, carry me. Yeah, good game, everyone.
GG.
Ah, well done. Subscribe to Leopard on YouTube. Oh, Leopold, sorry. If you can find my channel. All right, that's good. I'm just gonna wait for the map to roll over, then I'm gonna tell everyone I'm leaving. But yeah,
Wrap. That's a wrap.
we will probably start to end up stream here then, because it is. Well, we've been going for a good amount of time. We're shy of almost 2 hours, I think.
2 hours,
Yeah, lads, I must confess, I like this update as a free to play with money. So happy I can speak, I can communicate as medic. Some people can't speak yet, but some can. Oh, you're lucky. It just swapped to the map where you can build sentries on the payload, and that's the whole gimmick.
No.
It is. We did it once. You know what? It was fun. Don't know if I'd do it again. I was Big Jim. Yeah, it's
Fair.
GG. I got the free-to-play upgrade 3 times, sold over 3, by the way. Friends gifted me that. Okay. I was terrified of pyros. Just gonna wait for enough people to join, and I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna leave.
Mission begins.
1, 2. Is anyone else still on again? No, it seems to be everyone. Alright, everyone, I'm going to head off now, and Zob has headed off now as well. You guys can keep playing. The server's up 24/7. But have fun. On this map, the gimmick is you can build sentries on the payload, so have fun with that. Okay, goodbye, everyone.
That was a good one. No, I guess I think we got most of the things down.
Yeah,
But
I think
just had a good time.
there was nothing else we didn't cover that I wanted to. And yeah, so this stream will stay up on the channel, just like the other one. Apologies to everyone in the chat. I would have made a video on the topic, but I just wasn't in a position to when the news dropped. So I didn't. But thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. I feel we, talked about the brunt of it. And my closing statements would be optimistic that Valve might have seen this as baby steps and will proceed to lessen the restrictions. But at the same time, it's always a good idea not to get your hopes up. Do not count your chickens before they've hatched. anomalous things wanted to discuss, and I'm so sorry. Got my first Aussie recently. Oh, well done. But yeah, I feel that's the brunt of it. If I will definitely make a video if restrictions get lessened again, but I just wasn't able to this time. But yeah, thank you very much everyone for joining us for these very important discussions, as you guys, after all, are the benefactors here, and you know that's an important thing to have. Zob, closing statements.
Props to everybody that were engaged in the Unmute F2P'S movement. I just want to say, like, good job. Thanks for, helping out, and thanks for actually, pushing for a change and getting something done somehow. That is very rare that this happens, and this is, the second time this has happened within the community. And, well, I'm just glad to have been a part of it. I just want to thank you, Lon, for also taking part in it.
So I'd like to thank you for taking part in it.
Like, as a closing statement, peace and hope to see you soon.
Yeah. Until tomorrow, or until next time. I don't remember what your outro is. It's one of the two. Yeah, well, thank you very much everyone for joining us. Thank you for being a part of this movement. Yeah, stay tuned. I'm sure when everyone is fully unmuted and this protest is now behind us, I'm sure there will be another stream like this in the future. Are y'all getting married? No. All right.
I wish.
Next time. Thank you very much, everyone.
Next time.
We will catch you all later. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye.